Torchwood Miracle Day Escape to LA, the 4th episode of Series 4, is storied by Jim Gray and teleplayed by Jim Gray and John Sheehan, and it's starring John Barrowman, Eve Miles, Mekhi Phifer, Alexa Havins, Kai Owen and Bill Pullman. So the episode introduces the cousin and the 3 families. So this episode begins with Esther knocking on the door trying to get her sister Sarah to answer. So she did, but she wouldn't let Esther see the kids. So she closed the door on Esther, so then she reported Sarah to the social services. The Torchwood team arrived in LA. Gwen phoned Reese while being watched by the gentleman. That's what he's called, by the way. Rex gets given a leaflet and there was posters saying dead is dead. After Rex phones Vera for bringing prescription drugs to Los Angeles, she's in an abandoned hospital full of badly injured and old people with a lost child. Alice Monroe goes on News Live to tell us on what the consequences may be if no one dies, and those who are supposed to die needed to be contained. To get into Phi Corp HQ, you need voice print, palm print, iris recognition by Nicholas Frumkin. So Jack and Gwen acts like a couple, and I like how Gwen puts the American accent on when they approach Nicholas Frumkin, his wife and child. After they got his voice, fingerprints, and photo of his eye, they head off. Oswald Danes goes inside the abandoned hospital and promises people who are supposed to die, even the child, that he will help them as life is life and the child will live forever. Vera seems to disapprove of that. Monroe gets into the car but gets spiked by a coffee as she's been kidnapped by 3 families. She gets tied up in the car with the voice of cousins saying Monroe wasn't needed, so she gets crushed but obviously still alive. C. Thomas Howell is a great actor. He's known to play Tyler in E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Troy in The Amazing Spider-Man, and Ponyboy Curtis in The Outsiders. In Torchwood he played the gentleman who's assassin and a member of the 3 families. He did a splendid job. Kelvin Yu played Nicholas Frumkin, who works at the Phi Corp and the only person with access to certain rooms of the building. He's a great and likeable character. Mayor Wingingham played Ellis Hartley Monroe, an American politician who began the campaign Dead is Dead during Miracle Day. She had lost favour to Oswald Danes and her strategy was running the risk of showing the group's intentions too soon. She's not needed anymore, which led her to be crushed in the car. Roy Lee Jones plays Maurice Matheson, Rex's father, who's got Phi Corp's drugs stored in his apartment, who didn't want to live forever. And he was so good with his acting. So the gentleman grabbed hold Nicholas Frumkin in the car to get him to say his name for recording. So the gentleman took Nicholas' eye and sliced his hand off. Jesus. So after Rex met up with his father in his apartment and sees a lot of Phi Corp's drugs stacked up, Morris asked Rex to get out after showing him his chest wound when he was impaled by those metal poles. Jack and Gwen worked undercover in Phi Corp. Gwen pretended she's going for training sessions, and Jack as a lorry driver. Esther phoned social service for updates about her family. Apparently the kids were taken to hostel because of Sarah's mental health, as she wished herself and the kids to be Category 1. Candace Brown played Sarah Drummond, Esther's sister and mother of Alice, and Melanie Drummond. Sarah really couldn't cope and often broke down. Her acting is fantastic, and so are the other casts. Esther was pretty upset what she did. While Gwen is wiring the machine, she gets knocked out by the gentleman, which alarms Jack. So he gets knocked out. Rex goes up the stairs with his chest bleeding away, while Jack and Gwen are questioning the gentleman, and gentleman was about to answer the question, like who employed him. Rex came in and shot the gentleman in the throat. So later on, as the Torchwood team are back at the apartment in LA, Gwen gets a phone call from Reese, as apparently her dad is taken to a camp. Gwen convinces that Phi Corp are up to something and tells Reese to go and get back her dad. But it was too late. Uh-oh. This is a great episode. What did you think of this episode? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks as always for watching, and see you in the next video.